Hi and welcome to the Limewood blog. This week we're going to be looking at pasta. Pasta is an integral part of the kitchen setup at Limewood, and we make pasta twice a day. The process of making pasta is relatively simple. We don't really follow recipes, we just go with a feeling. Chris is now cutting a pre-made pasta dough. It's important to work on a floured surface and be careful not to over-knead or overwork the pasta. When putting it through the machine, we try to stick to a one-fold belief. Overworking the pasta will make it stretchy and tight. So we roll it through on the thickest setting, fold it once to get it to the same width of the pasta machine, and then we run it down continuously, flouring lightly as we go to take it down to number 3 on the machine. The consistency and the colour of the pasta is largely dependent on the quality of the yolks. We use a free-range organic yolk for this, and the chickens are fed on marigolds. The marigold, which is a yellow dried flour, really improves the yellowness of the pasta. As you can see, Chris is just trying to get this to a really nice even depth, a nice light coating of pasta, and he should be putting this through for its final setting. You can see the pasta is almost, quadrupled, if not, 5 times the length of its original size. So a little bit will go a long way. Now, as he folds it over here and evens it out, he's going to be starting to prepare making raviolis. He's trying to cut them straight. Well, he's cutting sheets actually now for a linguine. He's cutting these straight and making sure there's a nice tight finish, which will be cut on the traditional spaghetti guitarra. So these have been rolled into lasagna style sheets. He then just separates them out, dusts them again lightly with a little bit of flour. And the pasta is still quite moist at this point, so he lays it over the traditional spaghetti guitarra. And it's important at this point that you don't slide the rolling pin up and down, as it will crease the pasta. So you roll the pasta through to get the initial cut, then holding the rolling pin firmly with your thumbs, rub up and down, cutting through the machine, and lightly release it with your fingers. Pinch it, turn and fold. It produces nice even portion sizes. Now we're looking at the ravioli. It's important at this point with the pasta to mark out the halfway point, so you have an even top layer and bottom layer. You need to leave a little bit of space in between each ravioli for cutting. This is the polenta mix which he's piping onto the sheet, and he's leaving enough space and an intermittent gap so he can get his hands firmly and nice and tightly around the pasta. Using the other side of the machine, you want to dispense the polenta mix in between, forming a triangle shape between each. Now you can see he's now starting to work the initial shaping of the pasta, ensuring that he pushes the pasta away, taking any air pockets out. Using the back of your hand, just cut round nicely and then follow around with your fingers, sealing, ensuring there's no air bubbles. It's important to work from the centre out as you're trying to ensure that there are no air bubbles. He's now using the back of the cutter just to finish the shaping. So a little round twist just gives that nice finish to the raviolis. You can see there's a little bit air left in there. And this just helps knock those last few little pieces out. Now you can see there's a nice even dome. Now he's using a serrated pasta cutter here. And we're just cutting these into simple triangle shapes. It doesn't need to be any more difficult than that. And you can see while he's cutting, just the quality of the pasta. It's nice and soft. There's no resistance there, as the pasta's not been overworked. Once you've cut both sides of the pasta, you can see the part in the middle that you'll be able to easily remove in one sweep. Now it's easy just to pull and separate the raviolis from the main base of the pasta. For storing these, you can make these well in advance, but for storing them, we store them on just a dry polenta. This stops the pasta sticking together and stops the moisture being drawn out. Now when it comes to putting the dish together, there's a couple of little simple techniques. First, always season the water before boiling the pasta. That's essential, as you don't put salt into the pasta mix as it toughens the mix up. You want this to be a rapidly boiling water before placing the raviolis in, and make sure the pan's big enough to take them quite comfortably. For this we're only using 3 raviolis, so there's plenty of room. Now a couple of little tricks for the home chef from traditional cooking in Italy. In there's a little bit of chicken stock, butter, a lazy garlic oil, some artichokes and tomatoes. What we're trying to get here is a basic emulsion. So the emulsion now just needs to be brought down so the butter thickens. Now we're adding a little bit of truffle here, adds great depth. It's a real simple peasanty style dish, but absolutely shows truffle off in its best way. Once the raviolis are cooked, drop them into the emulsion and cook them out a little bit. Now you want this emulsion to become quite thick, a bit like double cream. If it starts to split, it means you've reduce the liquid, and all you need to do is add a little bit of the cooking water from the pasta pan just to bring that together. Again, just ensuring it doesn't stick, and it should just be in one simple movement. There it is, out. A little bit left more of the emulsion to go over the top, a few sliced truffles, and you're done. Polenta ravioli with artichokes, tomato, truffle and marjoram. Simple but beautiful. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching, and if you have any questions please feel free to email us at kitchen@linewood.co.uk.